Namaste guys, I'm Siddesh Gururaj and you're watching Incredible India with Sid. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and press that notification button. We have all been taught that foreign scientists such as Newton, Einstein, Thomas Alva Edison, Benjamin Franklin, etc. had invented electricity, bulbs, batteries, etc. And the first person who invented electric battery is Alessandro Volta. But today, what I'm going to say will unfold all the lies of this Western world. What has not been taught to us is that electricity was first used in India thousands of years before that. Many of us do not know that Agastya Rishi was the father of electric battery. Rishi was a term used in olden India to represent learned men and scientists. Rishi Agastya lived between 3000 to 2000 BCE. Now just to tell you guys how old the time is, I will tell you what all was happening around the world during that time. During that time, the Greeks and the Romans had been perfecting themselves in irrigation. This was the time for Bronze Age all over the world and dynasties were just forming in many parts of the world. But during all these changes, India was far ahead in the field of science and technology. We were like 4000 years ahead of the world in science and technology. Rishi Agastya utilized the knowledge that he obtained from the deities and formulated based on the ideas of clean energy that could be generated from the natural resources. Success of this formulation is such that even the modern day battery we use today follows Agastya's principle of electricity. He wrote about this production and use of electricity in his book called Agastya Samhita. The ancient text of Agastya Samhita describes the method of making electric batteries and also that water can be split into oxygen and hydrogen. How amazing it is when the world was just learning how to build buildings, roads, etc. We were so far ahead that we knew that the fundamental material from which the world was made up of is an atom, and we had already knew hydrogen and oxygen too. For generating electricity, sage Agastya used the following materials: cotton pot, copper plate, wet sawdust and zinc amalgam. Besides this, there was also a very special ingredient to make the battery work. It was the peacock head or the Shadashi greaves in Sanskrit. Now of course you all would think that this is weird, but in actual, this does not mean the real head of peacock. It was actually a code word used to mention copper sulfate. The code words are common in many ancient texts because the people knew that if this had gone into wrong hands, the result would be disastrous. The reason why the head of peacock was used to mention copper sulfate is because of the similarity in the color of peacock head and the copper sulfate. To explain you all visually, I had taken this video from the channel of Praveen Mohan. His channel consists all about decoding ancient secrets and showing us the wonders of ancient Indian technology. His channel is a must for all of you if you are interested in knowing the mysteries of ancient India. Rishi Agastya placed a well-cleaned copper plate in an earthenware vessel, then covered it first by moist sawdust. After that, he put a mercury-amalgamated zinc sheet on top of sawdust to avoid polarization. The contact will produce an energy known by the twin name of Mitra Varuna, which is nothing but cathode and anode in Sanskrit. When a cell was prepared using Agastya Samhita and measured, it gives an open circuit voltage of 1.138 volts and a current of 23 mA. Rishi Agastya also mentioned that if we use the power of 100 earthen pots, water will be split by this current into pranavayu and udanvayu, which is nothing but oxygen and hydrogen in Sanskrit. And one more astonishing discovery made by him is that if hydrogen is contained in an airtight cloth, it can be used in aerodynamics. That is, it will fly in air. The example of it is today's hydrogen balloon. Just imagine, in 3000 to 2000 BC, we had electricity, electric batteries, we knew about all minerals, atoms, and we also knew how to fly. This shows us that our science was really far ahead. All would ask, if this was so, why have we not been ruling this world? This is because of multiple attacks on India. Many rulers who conquered India burnt many of these texts without knowing their importance. Some because of natural calamities, and also the main reason is the Western influence. They rewrote the whole history according to themselves and gained all the profit. According to them, during 3000 to 2000 BC, the Indus Valley civilization was just at its end. If we were so behind, then how is it possible that the Indian scientists or the rishis as we call them found so many things? Even after all attacks on India, some of the ancient texts still remain, and this is the reason we are able to know about our glorious history. The age of the book is also found using scientific method, which proves that it was written around 3000 to 2000 BC. But the same sign says that we were in Indus Valley civilization during this time. So from this all you can understand what is the truth and how the Western world has destroyed our culture and past. Considered the father of science, Rishi Agastya was proficient in many other fields such as medicine, other than being known for his concepts on generation of electricity. Not only batteries, ancient Vedic technologists produced 6 kinds of electricity. Agastya Samhita also contains an account of using electricity for electroplating ages back. he also discovered a way to polish gold, silver and copper with a battery. Due to such a brilliant invention, Rishi Agastya is also called one who is battery born. The entire information about Agastya's experiment was successfully exhibited on August 7 in the year 1990 during the 4th General Meeting of Swadeshi Vigyan Sanshodhan Sanstha in Nagpur among all of the scholars. But I'm sure that 90% of the people watching this video will have never heard of his name. Why? Because we all run back of Western influence. If anything is made in the Western side, we are very happy. But if anything is made in India, we raise questions on the facts and the proof about the material or the invention. This mindset should be changed, then only everyone will come to know about our great and glorious science and technology about our ancient India. So guys, from now on keep one thing in mind. Battery and electricity was founded by Rishi Agastya and not by any Western scientist. Guys, now it is up to you all to share this information like wildfire. Let the world out there know that we were the best, we are the best and we will always be the best. If you all liked my sincere dedication in research about India and its facts, please subscribe to my channel and share it too. Namaste.